The fresh name in his dead father's ledger in wet ink Daniel had never written was Sarah, the woman he loved. And he knew she had only until the last day of the month to live. He ran to her, took her by the shoulders, and begged, "You must leave town. Today, right now. Trust no one. Please just go and do not ask me why." "But how do you tell the woman you love that a curse is coming for her?" She pulled away, frightened. Not of the curse, of him. He sounded like a madman. And he could not blame her. He could not say the words out loud because no one alive would ever believe them. So he stood there silent, the truth burning in his chest. So Daniel did what every desperate man in this country does when the world runs out of answers. He went looking for God. He went to the church, a famous pastor, a great hall packed to the walls, anointing oil, miracles, 1,000 voices crying for deliverance. If anyone could break this thing, surely a man of God. Daniel knelt at the front for prayer, his heart pounding with hope. The pastor swept down the line, laying hands, and reached out to take Daniel's hand. And then he froze. His eyes fell on the dark mark crawling up Daniel's wrist. The blood drained from his face, and he snatched his hand back as if burned. "Take this thing out of my church," he whispered. The great man of God, who cast out demons on television every Sunday, was running from Daniel. And that was the moment he finally understood. This was real. This was very, very real. Then an old woman, watching him weep on the church steps, leaned close. "There is a man in the village," she said, "an old man who reads the old things. If anyone knows, he will know." So Daniel traveled home, down the long red roads to the quiet village of his childhood, to a small compound standing alone at the very edge of the bush. The old man took Daniel's wrist in his dry hands and studied the mark. And unlike the pastor, he did not flinch. He only nodded slowly, as a man does who has seen a thing before. "This is not your debt, my son," the old man said quietly. And at those words, the ground seemed to fall away beneath Daniel's feet. Not his debt. Then whose? The old man told him the truth nobody ever wants to hear. "This kind of debt is not bought," he said. "It is inherited. It runs through the blood from father to son." And Daniel thought of his father, dead since Daniel was a small boy. And then the old man told him about the night that Daniel was born. His mother dying in childbirth, the baby stuck, fading, no money for doctors, no hope left in the room, and a young husband who would do anything to save them. That night his father walked up a long dark road to a house that should not exist and made a bargain with a patient man in a room of candles to save his wife and his son. Daniel lived because his father paid. He drew his first breath because his father signed away every breath after it, and the price had been running every month for almost 30 years. And when his father died, the debt did not die with him. A debt like this never dies. It waited in the dark, patient as the grave, to pass to the very son it was bought to save. Daniel refused to accept it. "There has to be a way out," he said. The old man looked into the fire. "If you want release," he murmured, "go and ask the one who lent it." So Daniel went back, one last time, up the long dark road. The great iron gate swung open before he could touch it. And inside, in the room of candles, the man was waiting, serene as ever. "Release me," Daniel demanded, his voice shaking with rage and fear. "I will pay anything." The benefactor only smiled, calm and patient as a stone at the bottom of a river. "There is only one rule," the man said softly. "To take a name off the list, you must write another on it. A life for a life. That is the whole of the law. The list never shortens," he went on. "It only changes hands. Give me one name, a stranger you will never meet, and your Sarah opens her eyes tomorrow and lives." And he held out a pen. A stranger's death for Sarah's life, one name in his own hand. Everything in Daniel screamed to take it. And somehow he did not. He could not. He would not. "No," Daniel said. "I will not buy her life with another." He turned and walked out. He would guard her, hide her, outlast the curse, and beat it with his own hands and his love. He took Sarah to a quiet place far from everything and locked every door and window. He held her through the long night as the last day of the month rose gray and cold outside. And hour after hour, nothing happened. The sun climbed. She laughed at him for being so afraid. And slowly, foolishly, Daniel began to believe that love had been enough. That he had won. He was holding her warm hand in his. They were talking about the wedding when she simply went quiet, just like that. Gone. The list does not care how close to her you stand. Shattered, screaming, half out of his mind, Daniel tore open the ledger to curse the thing to its face. And there it was, her name, Sarah, crossed cleanly out, settled, finished. And below her name, a new one had bled up through the paper on its own, in fresh, glistening ink he had never written. One name, the last family he had left in this world, Mama.